today is it September 5th, and we are going to be drawing some more ABCs. I'm just going to pull you guys up on my YouTube and see where you all are. I think today it's working. It's Thursday, which means there's lots going on Thursdays. So, make sure you've got it written in your calendar. We have Melissa Martin's got her art hang party tonight at 7. And it just says, I'm still waiting for some reason. Oh, here we go. It's a really long delay. I'm not sure exactly why it's so delayed. Let me just shift this slightly. There we go. You see, I've got my Poscas out today. Sorry for the jiggle. I'm making my grid. I've got Poscas out. I have also got highlighters out. Does anybody live where there's a lot of like oak trees? The squirrels are going crazy. I was walking around our neighborhood yesterday, and the amount of mess that the squirrels are making is like, it looks like they're cutting down the tree. Like, there are leaves down on the ground. The acorns are like crushed. Like, they've been going to town. Hey Tash, good morning. Hi Meryl. Hello Louise. Good morning everybody. Hi C. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I've got so far. And the letter is E today. So we are on the letter E. And mine are slowly coming along. So I've got A, and you can see that I've been starting to embellish and put some patterns on my letters. I have my B's. And I have my C's. They're not all finished, so I'm going to be making them all pretty. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? And she says, good morning. Yes, I have squirrels, oaks, and acorns. Crazy. Yeah. Good morning, Melissa. Yes, coffee. I just finished mine, so I have 0 coffee right now, but I've had one, so that's good. And then D. So they will all come together slowly, and it's I'm happy that I'm doing this. I know that it's not probably super exciting for you guys, but it's something that it will build my image bank, and I'm happy about that. So E, let's have a look at, I'm just going to show you what kind of images we have for E. We have elephant. Oh, there's the elephant. I love these. These are by SD. Nice, SD. And then we have an iguana. Hang on, isn't an iguana? Oh, emerald. Patricia. She likes the color emerald, so she put that on. And elves. So I'm going to take colors from these images and use them. Eye, that's a great eye. We've got an easel. Easter. Do you remember my meat? Oh, I've got something really exciting for us all coming up soon, but I can't really elaborate on that. But I will let all Patreons and Substack subscribers know before everybody else, and then release it. And if you are a paid Substack subscriber or a Patreon, you will not have to register for this. You'll get the link automatically. It's going to be almost like a workshop, but I'm giving it to you guys just as a thank you, and it's going to be fun. So, hey, that's all I can say right now. Eggs, the earth, electrical structures, eagle, the letter E. Oh, that's a good one. I should probably use that one. Another elephant, echinacea, flowers. That's F. So that's it. That's what we've got. I'm going to probably pull colors from different things in different photos, and I'm sure I will have enough for this. So I'm going to quickly just grid my page out. I started already this morning, so I'm going to do that, finish that, and then I will use my platinum carbon pen just to why did these look a bit skew-whiffy? That's weird. Maybe I should put my glasses on. Let's do that. Could be just the morning. Thank you. Louise says these are looking really great. You know what, I think as a set, I think they're going to be really useful as well as fun. Look, why is that off? It should not, it's feeling a little off. Let me just double check my see, this should be a little bit, it's, you know, it's that whole baking thing, not being a baker and just being a little bit more particular. Yeah, I don't think you have to, look, that is way off. That's 3. Oh, my eyes are really off today. Why isn't this? Oh, this one is off. All right. You know, when you do a lot of drawing, you can tell when a line is not straight. Does anybody else have that issue? I have that issue. And it's annoying. It means that my brain is like, it's screaming at me going, that's not right. That's not right. You're going to make that right. That means these are not right either. I'm glad I started on the other side. This one's right. I got to correct all of these. That one's right. It's the top row. The top row is wrong. And I have to adjust it to... So just make sure if you are gridding anything that you get it right. If not, you're going to be like me, frustrated that it's not right. And then this one is way off. Like, I'm not sure what happened. Is the paper too small? Huh. The first one must have been way too big. Just 1 millimeter and it changes everything. Who is enjoying their ABCs this month? Okay, so this is going to be a little bit off. I think that's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's not a 3. And that's not a 3. Is the paper off? It's like minimally off. That's not good. Huh. I gotta speak to the paper company and tell them they are off. They are off. Yeah, what is everybody doing? What are you up to? I gotta find my pen now. And, oh, there it is. And I've got to open up. I'm gonna just put this on lock, and I actually texted to myself yesterday because, here we go. Because if not, I couldn't find it. You know when you've opened so many windows in Safari or wherever, and then you're like, where did it go? Well, now I found it, so. Okay, I'm gonna start. So, Melissa, tell us a little bit about your evening. What are we going to be drawing in Art Hang Party? Hi, Amy. How are you? Today we're on the letter E. Now I could do all these in pencil first and be really precise, but I'm trying to get these done. So these are I'm gonna try and get these done in 10 minutes. I like the letter E because it's quite diverse. So the lowercase and the uppercase feel very different. And I like that in the letter. Like the letter C is very similar shape, like the shapes are very similar. Melissa says, we are drawing back to school tonight using movie still sets in schools. That's cool. That's going to be a lot of fun. And you were saying that you had a lot of help from people on your Discord, right? They helped you with the movies. Are they all movies, or are they some series as well? Can you go through these quite quickly? Make a very simple one, and everybody knows that it's the letter E. All movies, and yes, people in the Discord helped with the list, which is always great. Makes things much more diverse than if I just did it myself. That's true. C says, I'm enjoying. I have to make another C. It seems that my cobalt camel is the same blue camel in my great niece's collage, has a camel as a mascot. Oh, college, niece's college. Has a camel as a mascot and the school color is blue. Oh, very, very cool. My camel has gone to college. Oh, did she take it with her? Is that what you mean? Oh, I like this one. This one's cute. Let's do a bubble one. Oh, you just put it in the mail to her. Okay, so you got to do another one. Well, that's cute. I'm sure she'll love it. Does anybody have a favorite letter? I may just do a block. try something different. That was a self-made one. That was something that I didn't copy that one. Okay, what don't I have? I need a small E, but just very simple. C says, I had no idea until her mum told me yesterday. Oh, very cool. The name of my pen is the Platinum Is it Platinum Carbon or Carbon Platinum? Hang on, let me look at the, because I will be able to tell you if I grab one of the. It's Carbon ink, and it's the brand is Platinum. So I think it's Platinum Carbon pen. It's not super expensive. People say it's changed though. My lid cracked, so I had to put I was gonna say wasabi tape on. Washi tape. I had to put washi tape on so that it would actually close, because you know there's like a tension there. So I had to put washi tape on mine, but it doesn't usually have the washi tape on. Yeah. Platinum Carbon, I believe, is the right way to say it. All right, yeah, there is only so many ways that you can write an E. I mean, there's lots, you know, and just, maybe I need to do one a little bit more like a times. I guess I could look at all the fonts that you can get on like an editing software. Could do that. Oh yeah, I could just do a very simple one like that. Oh, I like that too. Oh, this is not turning out like I want it. It's okay. Just a little bubble. And then one more. I'll go a little bit gothic maybe. This is more like a calligraphy. Don't think I got that right, but this has to come up a little bit. There we go. This is all going to be darker anyway, so that'll fill it out slightly more. All right, we have our E's. Let's get started. There, oh gosh, Louisa, thank you. There was an E in the Padlet and I should have used that. That's okay. I filled them up. It's not a biggie. Not a biggie. All right, let's go to the first one. There's quite a few color combos on this, and because I know that we don't have 18 photos, I'm going to use this one for, let's say 3 of them, maybe 3 of them. Oh, C says, Melissa, I loved your last party, but haven't finished it yet. And Amy said, oh, all directional use doesn't scratch. Let's see. You want me to do a little bit of a test? So this is watercolor paper. It's what I use a lot of times when I'm doing my illustrations, which I have to start my Christmas illustrations. That is going to be started soon. And yeah, all directions. So back, not as good, but you can get a really nice fine line, or you can go this way. So there, it's not a tip that goes too much up, and it's not very wide, but it seems to, it writes nicely. I don't think it writes as nice as the Lamy, but the nice thing about this is that it doesn't clog. So, you know, you have that. And it doesn't, there's no, what do you call it, balling? Like where the ink balls together, like it's very consistent in flow. Yeah. So, okay, let's get started on our coloring. So there's a really lovely jade green, this one. What is that character from? It looks like Moana, but I don't think it is. But we're going to go with the elephant colors first, and then we'll maybe move over to the jade colors. And I'm going to show you how I move a little quicker. So I'm not going to focus just on one. I'm going to focus on 3, come back, and it's going to, while it's drying, I can work on another one, and then I can show you a little bit more about how I put a pattern on as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the jade one and mix a little bit of this yellow in. You are very welcome, Amy. So that they don't run. Oh, they are. I'm trying to leave a tiny, tiny little white gap, but see that touched the area over there where it is running slightly. So with watercolor, if it dries in the middle of like an application, I know that some people like to put water down and then they put the color down so that it blends over. It's almost like using brush pens, right? So as long as you go over the area that you've just gone over and lift it and move it around a little bit, you should get a pretty even application of that color in that area. So you just don't want to, not that it really matters for this because I'm going to be putting pattern over the top. All right, and then there's another area which I really like that color. It's almost like a bright pinky, this color. It's almost looks like fluorescent, like a fluorescent red. I don't know if I can capture that with these paints, but we'll see. I think I have still got brown on my paintbrush. Just make sure you clean your paintbrush off when you're picking up different colors. Not as pink as I want it. So yeah, look out in your inboxes for a sketch and draw that we're going to be doing. Probably going to do it this weekend. Is a Saturday or a Sunday preference, or you don't have a preference to which day? May I do like a 3? Oh, hang on, Melissa, when is, I missed Debbie Draws yesterday because I had to go to see my mother-in-law, but so I wasn't there for Debbie Draws yesterday and the Beetlejuice. When is your drawing thing this weekend? Sorry, I can't remember what you called it. Drawing is free? No, drawing. You're gonna have to help me. Oh, and Tash says it's Mulan. Okay. What did I say it was? Moana? Yeah, it's Mulan. That's it. Those two mixed up. Yeah, help me out. What? Okay, I need to go back to the browns for the elephant. I can either put a pattern in straight away, or I can do the pattern later. Maybe I'll put the pattern in straight away. Okay, free draw frenzy. That's what it's called. I knew it had something to do with free and friends. And it's Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so if I do a meet, I'm going to do it at 3:30 p.m. Eastern or 3 p.m. Eastern. This way Australia can join if they want to join, and the West Coast, they'll be able to join. I know it will be late for Europe, but I feel like we haven't done a later one recently, so I think that would be nice. So, and definitely try and make it to Melissa's. It's going to be great fun. What's the topic again? C says, Saturday is best, but I can do either and we'll go with the majority. Thanks, C. Melissa's going to get back to us. Our theme is Seinfeld. I've never watched Seinfeld. Well, I tried and I couldn't get into it, but I know my daughter loves it, and I know so many people who love Seinfeld. But I will come to the drawing session for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. All right, so the other two colors of the Mulan one are blue and a darker green. Is it dry? I think it's dry. Now, yesterday I was adding patterns, but I'm like, this is so much better if I do the pattern and if I'm mindful of, but sometimes this doesn't work. So sometimes this doesn't work, sometimes it does work. I was going to say mindful of what is light and what is dark, on whether the letter is light or whether the letter is dark, but I'm going to show you both cases, what you can do. And they don't all have to have patterns. Well, mine are not going to all have patterns. But I do find it's quite fun to have the letters with the patterns. All right, so then I'm going to take that blue I may have to wait. I'm going to give the pattern to the letter. Melissa says, I feel like I'm always a little bit delayed. Haha. Oh, you mean, well, that's, I think, YouTube. YouTube is a little bit delayed. Yesterday it wasn't even working. And I even saw Liad. I didn't watch his whole live stream, but I watched a little bit of it this morning. And he's like, yeah, something's happening with YouTube. Something's not right. So I think it was, you know, funny Wednesdays. What do we call it? Weird when? No, what was the we had a phrase for Wednesdays. Weird Wednesdays? Wacky Wednesdays? Anyway, YouTube doesn't seem to like to work on Wednesdays. So 2 Melissa drawings in 1 week. That's pretty awesome. There would have been 2 Debbie draws if I had showed up yesterday to do it, but didn't. Thank you for signing up to my classes, everybody, if you have already. And if you haven't, you can still sign up and use the code FALL20. All capitals, FALL. See how that works? That works, and I'm happy with that one. Okay, so this one I need like a dark pink. I'm gonna pull it over from over here like a magenta. That was too much water on my brush. Whoops. Make that a little bit thicker. Okay, so that one I'm going to leave, and I'm going to move on to the next image, which is this emerald. So emerald may be that color to you. To me, it's not that color, but I love the color, so I'm going to do it. Emerald to me is definitely more of like a emerald green. It's more of an emerald green, but I love this color. So Patty, you're off the hook. I would say more emerald is more, I think it has more of like a pine color to it, but we'll go with this because that's the image. So we'll do these 3 and then like the backgrounds, and then move back into them with pattern and whatever I want to use. Deb had issues at the start of her stream too. Oh, isn't that funny? And then it was fine. Maybe I should have been more persistent. Huh. Wonky Wednesday. Thank you. Wonky Wednesday. Thanks, Louisa. Oh, and Melissa says, yes, it will be good characters to draw even if nothing else. Absolutely. Don't always love drawing everybody's references, but that's, you know, that's life and it's good practice. Okay, so now I'm on to the elf, and I see that the red is pretty dominant in the picture, but also maybe the skin, the light skin tone, the pink. So I'm gonna go with a light pink. Not pink enough. Put more water in. I think this is the wider one. This, just pull that over. It looks very wide, this letter. Well, compared to the last one anyway. Isn't it funny when you measure everything out and it still doesn't get perfect? And then the next one after the elf is, oh, the eye. And there's like this gray blue, which is a really great color. I'm gonna it has almost like a warm tone to it, so I'm gonna put that here. Okay, so I don't think that one's dry yet, so I'm going to go down here, and this one is pretty gray, but there is this light yellow down here, so I'm going to work with grays and yellows. So if you're just joining and you don't know what we're doing, I'm working a little bit differently on my ABCs. Everybody's working like however they want to work, but I'm using the reference photos and looking at the colors and seeing where the main color lies, or the main, like the most dominant two colors in the image, and they are my guide to filling in this little color swatching of the alphabet letters daily. So for example, if you, I think you're all here, I don't think anyone else has come in, but this is kind of what I've been doing so that you can get an idea. And I'm going to do one for each letter. This is almost dry, not quite dry, so I'm going to come back and do some more gray on this. And now it is the bunny. So what I'm going to probably, the first two colors that came to mind were the light blue and the baby pink. So I'm going to do the light blue background. And then we'll see if we can go over with baby pink once it's dry. And then going on to the next one, eggs yellow and that beautiful peach color. So let's go with a really nice yellow. This is the perfect yellow. It may need a touch of a sienna. There's quite a lot of pigment on here, so I can move that around with water. Oh, Melissa says she also had a lot of extra GIFs on her screen, which I think was her issue. I have no idea how to do all that. I need like a lesson in you know, all the extras that you can put. I don't know. Like I feel like maybe I could do that, but maybe I shouldn't do that because maybe it's just too much. All right, so I have I'm gonna put emerald, what I think is emerald, back here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about the emerald. This is what I think is emerald. I'll show you. Oh, I'm not even showing you my mixing. Do you want to see my mixing? My crazy mixing palettes, look. I can leave them here if you want. To me, this is emerald, but I don't know what you guys think of as emerald. This is me thinking that this is my emerald. Louisa says, no, you really don't need all that Giphy crap. Ah, Louisa. Louisa always says it how it is. Well, yeah, especially not in the mornings like this. Like it's really, I don't know. I think there's enough with me and my mess, which is plenty of crap around me to you know, to not have those extra Giphies on my screen, because that would be like too much. Thanks for the laugh, Louisa. Okay, can somebody do you guys, is emerald like the lighter color, or is emerald this color? Like for me, this is emerald. If I think of an emerald stone or an emerald ring, okay, next is the pink and the red. It's the elf. So this is what I'm gonna do, because the elf has like, there's some green on the elf. So I'm gonna use my Posca, and I'm gonna do some little dashes of Posca, green Posca. Oops, should have done it there. And then I'm going to color the E in red, which is similar to the elf's hat. So when you're doing a pattern, you want to try, I'm going to lift this, don't need that little blob there. When you're doing a pattern, you want to try and put the little, like make it irregular, take the pattern to the edge of whatever the subject matter is, because then it'll look more more like a pattern and less like a filling in the space around it. I'm going to come back to the red, and I'm going to go back to the eye, and the eye has well, there's black and then there's that peachy color, so I'm not sure if the peachy color will go over this, but we'll try. It could be very similar to this color that I've got on my palette already. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a dark version of the peach. Maybe I'll use this color also to create the pattern. I think I will do, you know how you can get little lash sets? I'm going to do little lashes, like these are called, what are they called? Those little side lashes. They have a name. If my daughter was watching, she'd be able to say, oh, those are the blah, blah, blah. See how relaxing this is? I think it's super relaxing. I know it's not, well, I mean, I guess it is. It's an exercise, and it is a relaxing exercise. You can almost, if I wasn't talking so much, I could almost think what I needed to do today. Melissa says, I think it's darker green, like dark turquoise green. So even darker than this, right? Like this may need another layer on top of it. I think you're right. Or I could put a pattern over it. I'll lift this. This is gonna bleed into the red and it's not gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna find the right red. I think it's over here if I mix it. This is the elf hat. The elf hat red. There we go. I like that one. Okay, I need to make this a little bit darker. I'm going to add some, oh, that's probably better. That's more of an emerald. Still has those lovely undertones though too. And I'm still keeping the iguana, whatever that was, color as well in it. Do you think when color, what are they called? The people who work for like a art material company, like say for example you work for Caran d'Ache and you are the color, not the color mixer, the color creator, do you think they look at the names of the colors? I mean, some are obvious, like emerald and yellow, and they have to start with a, you know, the Y. What is the company that has like weird names on there? Is it Crayola that has strange names? Anyway, what I'm getting at is, do you think there's, like, they have help when they choose colors? That's like an emerald, isn't it? It has a little bit of blue and a green. So it's going to get everything. This green is going to be, has every tone of emerald in it. Because I feel like some colors are just way off with their names and their, I feel like New Colors is pretty good. I don't know. What do you think? And would you like to be a color mixer? Okay, this is the gray and the yellow one. So because I have yellow up here, I'm going to do the background here gray. And to make a gray, I am going to, if I have a pink or like a peach color, I need to add blue to it. A bit more blue. And a little bit more blue. And then because it is, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. And that neutralizes it a little bit if it's too warm. Okay. Melissa says, there was an exhibit at the AGO recently of Sarinder Dhaliwal, and it was called When I Grow Up, I Want to Be a Namer of Paint. No, seriously? Oh my God, I missed it. That was the exhibition? What, like, did it show his paintings, or that was just the name of the exhibition? Like, what was he? Did he just do color palettes? Intrigued. I'm gonna have to look that up and write it down. Look it up, write it down. Here. AGO. Sarinder. Did you go see it? I gotta go to the AGO when I come in. Sarinder Dhaliwal, When I Grow Up. I want to look that up. I saw it a few times. So colorful. Oh, would have loved to have seen that. So out of the loop. When I grow up, I want to when I grow up, I want to have an art school First, I want to win the lottery. Or I want to sell lots of paintings so that I can have an art school and not charge people. You know, Tracy Emin does it so well in England. It's exactly what I'd like to do over here. She has a building where she has an art school, but she also gives residencies to so many people per year. And she doesn't charge them. They just have to pay for their food, and that's it. But she gives them the space to work in the space. She gives them the space to work in her place, and this way they can build a body of work or whatever they want to work on for that length of time, and all they have to worry about is food. And I don't think they even have to pay for board, like I'm not sure if it has. Anyway, I've designed this whole building, which has bedroom, bathroom, studio space. And it's almost like, you know, the studios that you have in big cities that are basically your bedroom, your bathroom, your kitchen, and it's called a studio space because it's all nice and open. That, but for like 6 to 8 people, and maybe 6. I think 8 would be 8. Is 8 considered a party? Like if you have a party of 8, does that become a party? Maybe 6. I wouldn't want them to all be having a party every day. They'd have to do the work. Like it would be quite, you know, I know self-discipline and everything, but you know, you're not there to party. You're there to work. Yeah. So that's what I want to do when I grow up, is to be able to provide that to people. I hope I grow up really soon. Okay, I'm gonna make the E the pink. And this one definitely has to have something behind it, so I will think about that. And then we go to the eggs, and I do have a color which is already mixed for the eggs. Maybe add a little bit more yellow into that peachy color, and the E is just going to be the egg color. How are we doing for time? I feel like we're getting close. 6 minutes. What? I always seem to, like, this was supposed to be a quick project. It's not that quick, is it? Okay, going back to, because I've got the egg one, I think I may just leave that one like that. But going back to the bunny, there are some light greens in there, so I may use a light green. And that pink isn't very pink, is it? So let's try and brighten that pink up a little bit. It doesn't have to be that bright. That was bright. Maybe I can do baby pink in the background. Okay, I'm going to do stripes this way. Good to practice your straight lines. Your spacing. Not very good, that one. Went a bit skew-whiffy. So if you're here, don't forget to go to Melissa Martin's Art Hang Party. There's also the Visual Arts Passage. They are drawing... What are they drawing tonight? I feel like it's something scary. But there's some great reference photos on there as well. And that's more just portraiture. So if you're a portrait artist or wanting to do some portraits, they have their session, the Drawing Hive, at 7 p.m. as well. I'm probably going to try and go to both. Get some figurative work done and some portraits. All right, do we have time for one more? This one was literally just black and white, and I may just keep it black and white. So let's make it simple. These are a set which Sarah sent me. They're called Convenience Blacks, and they're a set of blacks that actually don't contain black pigment. So they're made up of other colors. They're pretty darn black to me. But I can see that some have more reds in, some of them have blues in. And that's when you can start figuring out your cools and your warms. Warm tones, cool tones. Okay, so if you did sign up to my workshop, you should have gotten an invite in your messages to a group chat. So it's not my workshop, sorry. My class is next week, the 5-week classes. You should have got a message today including your, including you in the group chat. So watch out for that, because I'm going to be adding the Padlet in there for the next 5 weeks. And you'll also have the link in there, and you will have like the Zoom link, and you will have reference photos and list of supplies that you need to get. So keep an eye out for that, and I will see you guys at Melissa's or at the Visual Arts Passage. And then don't forget to sign up to the drawing meet on Saturday. I'm going to be sending that out to you all. And also sign up for Free Draw Frenzy with Melissa and Deb. That's through Luma, isn't it? Because I remember signing up to that. So you do have to register for that one. Melissa says the bunny feels like it needs that pink Posca sitting to your right. Oh, didn't I just do that? I think I just did that. And I just saw your message. And Melissa says, I heard somewhere if you tell yourself to draw a straight line while drawing a straight line, it's more likely to be straight. Yes, I feel like it's the same as if you're playing basketball. We used to play netball growing up, and we had a teacher who said, always imagine the ball going in the net and imagine the crowd cheering that you got because we would always get really freaked out that we wouldn't be able to shoot and score. So that was something that we were definitely told to do a lot of. And it's the same with your line or even a painting. I mean, it's good to have like a little sketch of it first, but if you don't, just imagine it. And or if you're doing a quick sketch, imagine where it should be and where it's gonna go. Yeah, anyway, I did not get this finished, You are welcome, Melissa. Yes, RSVP through Luma for free draw frenzy. And they can reach that on your Substack or through your Instagram, right, Melissa? So I mean, my library of ABCs is filling up. You can see I can fill my whole table up with all my ABCs. Thanks everyone for joining this morning. That was a lot of fun. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you later. Bye.